Good morning. As I'm worshiping here with you this morning, I'm remembering a day about 10 years ago. For many of you probably weren't here and don't remember, but we built this building. We didn't have a certificate of occupancy, so we actually had a service out here in the same exact parking lot. And I was thinking how our circumstances change in ways we never could imagine, but God never changes. And sometimes how we connect with Him changes. And sometimes we need to try something new or do something a little different as our circumstances change. So that seemed to me like a very fitting way to lead into talking about triads. A few months ago, Pastor John challenged all of the elders to start a triad and sort of pilot it before we introduced it to the church. And I'd like to shout out to Christina and Rue, who joined me. And I'm here to tell you overall how I think the triads were triad was a blessing in my life, but particularly the type of triad that we did. For us, it made the most sense to do a group text triad. For some of you, that might not be the most natural way for you to communicate, and that's fine, but that's what we did. And so once we did 6 different psalms. Once a week, one of us would cut and paste the text of the psalm into a giant text and send it out to the others. And then as the week went on, we would send back and forth messages about what that scripture meant to us in that moment, what God was telling us or what we were struggling with. And it was a really different way for me to connect with scripture and to connect with others. But it was really cool how, I always unfortunately have my phone on me. And so my phone would ding at times that I was not expecting it, with insight from Rue or insight from Christina or encouragement from either of them. And it was a really neat way for me to see, in a way that I haven't experienced in years, the scripture sort of becoming a daily part of, a moment-to-moment part of my life. And the Psalms, just like life, but especially life in quarantine, are full of high highs and low lows. And it was definitely a blessing for me to connect with God and the scriptures in a slightly different way, and to connect with people that I love also in a slightly different way than I usually did. And not only did we connect over scripture and what God was telling us in that moment, but we shared each other's challenging moments, such as a child I will remain unnamed I sent on a 1-hour timeout. And as I did, I texted Christina and Rue, and I was like, guys, I need some help. And they lovingly talked me down. Or when Rue sent Tendo off to her first day of kindergarten, we cried together. So there's a beautiful way that we can connect in life moments through a triad. So I would encourage all of you to think about it, or don't think about it, just do it and try it. It's only 10 weeks. If you have not been a part, you basically find one other person who's not a part of a triad, and then they find one other person who's not a part of a triad, and then you sign up through the church and with your emails, and you'll get a reading plan, and you can commit different people. Some people meet in person, safely apart. Other people meet via Zoom. Other people do a blend of all of those things. But you're committing to 10 weeks to reading the book of John and to praying together and sharing together. It's a beautiful opportunity. I think we all agree now we need to connect with God more than ever and to connect with one another more than ever. And we as a community are going to try this and see how it goes. So thank you very much. Go for it.